Oh, ballooning! Oh, I just hit my car.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. We just got Xlx2 back from Castle Creations, and we're gonna go ahead and prepare to put this in the Losi DBXL 2.0. And it's a good thing I just got this Xlx2 back just in time, because I just installed these new Vitavon Diff housings on my speedrun Limitless. I hit 150 mph at night, and it ended up desoldering one of the connectors. So I'm gonna go ahead and send that Xlx2 back. I guess we gotta take a break from the speedrun car, but we'll go ahead and start doing some off-road and on-road speedruns with the Losi. So, the word on the street is, problem with these Losis, why the Xlx2s go out. You don't have all your cables and everything properly tied down. If you have these battery wires flopping around, I guess it screws it up and shorts out the Xlx2. Also, Castle told me add a cap pack. I guess I was hitting over 3 volts of ripple. I couldn't check my data since it went out. But we're gonna go ahead, redesign the Losi a little bit to put the Xlx2, relocate it to a different spot. I got these Scorched RC battery buckles. We got this dual lock from Scorched RC. I have both batteries up here. And then I want the Xlx2 mounted to the actual chassis. Motor wires should be fine, just making it across there. And then we'll be able to really secure all these wires down and they won't be flopping around as much. I hate having the Xlx2 up in the stock position. Like, it was so hard getting the wires all the way from up there down here, securing everything. So we're gonna go ahead and just redesign it, add the cap pack, and hope that it works out. So let's get to it. We'll go ahead and put 4 screws in the 4 mounting holes. Alright, we got our 4 mounting locations. Now I'm gonna just take a white paint marker and we're just gonna douse these screw heads with a bunch of paint. Now we just take it and we'll put it down right where we want it. Now we'll pick it up, and we basically got our 4 mounting holes right there where they need to go. Alright, went ahead, found some screws. You want these type of screws, so then you can go ahead and use a countersink, and then that countersinks into the chassis and everything's flat on the bottom still. So we got something a little bit longer than what you normally want to use, just because I always put double-sided tape, especially when you're going directly to the chassis. The double-sided tape acts as a cushion, so then if you're in a wreck or anything, it acts as like a little cushion device, so then your Xlx2 isn't just banging straight against metal and everything, because that'll also make the Xlx2 go out. So now that we figured out our screw size, now we come over here to our American size drill bits, and we just figure out which size drill bit we need to be able to fit through a whole chassis. So it looks like an 1/8 inch is big enough. secured. I guarantee you guys that's going nowhere ever. I've never had an ESC fly out of a truck yet, knock on wood. So we'll see how it holds up. Okay, before I go any further and get more stuff in the way, I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and get all the soldering done for the Xlx2 before I got more stuff in the way. So we're gonna have to pick a point. You wanna get as close to the ESC as you can when you solder on a cap pack. We just gotta pick a point on the battery wires and strip off a small section, add solder to that section, and then solder our cap pack on. I'm thinking I'm gonna leave it down low next to the ESC and solder below the wires, and then we could just drill a hole in this plastic part of the chassis and be able to zip tie the cap pack right there next to there. And then we just gotta put on our QS8 connectors. So, looking at the batteries, I'm thinking we put 2 of the stands as far over this way as we can, so then we're not too close to everything. We'll just take some plastic out, you know, make everything weaker. Always modifying stuff, making it weaker instead of stronger. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do these battery mounts off camera. It's literally the same concept as mounting the Xlx2. I'm going to mark the 2 holes with paint, drill the holes, and then go from the bottom and use a countersink to countersink the screws so everything is flush on bottom. And then once we have those on, we could figure out exactly where the dual lock tape goes. I know all you savages will want some of these parts too. So all the Scorched parts, the Ripple Killer cap pack, I got this Castle Creations combo pretty cheap off of eBay. All that stuff, links will be down in the description. Alright, we got all the battery strap stands all Loctite in and all the screws ready to go. We just had to trim a little bit of this plastic piece so then we could easily put the straps through. Now we're gonna get ready to put on this dual lock. So I already got on my batteries. I usually like to fill in, I already did on my Limitless like this, I like to fill this whole part in from side to side, and then the actual straps could lock into this dual lock. If you're using multiple strips, you want to make sure that all these lines are perfectly parallel, or else your battery is going to try and lock onto one but not the other. So you want all those perfectly parallel, and then you could basically put your battery wherever and you don't have to worry about lining it up perfectly later. This is the important part. You want to make sure All the lines are perfectly parallel, or else you're gonna have a lot of problems later trying to get your batteries on. Now we line this one perfectly up with the one that's already on there. There we go. It's looking real good. Now I'm getting excited, guys. We're almost ready to mount the batteries, and now we got a little strip for something else, just in case. All right, we got Arrma battery straps. Long. You gotta feed it through without touching anything, or else it'll stick real bad. So once you get where you want it, then we can press it down and stick it to the dual lock. Now you put your batteries in. Sometimes it's really hard to lock these in. Here, I'll put it this way just to make it easier. Actually, it might be better to have my batteries facing that way when I'm running. So sometimes you really gotta press down on these to get them in there. But as you can see, I can almost lift up the entire truck just from the dual lock. That's just the dual lock holding it on right there. And just a small strip. That little strip is picking up a 30-pound truck right now. If those ever come off too, I just glue it back on, and they usually stay on, so. Go ahead, figure out how much strap we need. Pull it nice and tight. I usually just go to the corner of the back of the battery and then I'll cut it. Maybe leave a little extra. Start. It's tracking. All right, that's pretty far. We could probably get some speed out of that run. All right, there's a car coming, so let's get ahead of them. Oh, I didn't start the GoPro on the truck. Oh, ballooning! Oh, I just hit my car, of course. Of course I hit the only thing out here. Dang! Well then, my first speed run didn't go too well. Come here, Losi. There goes the drive shaft. Here goes the drive shaft. Alright guys, that wasn't a very good first run. That was literally my very first test run, and we slammed into the back of my Subaru. I was hoping we could get up to 100 mile per hour and be in the 100 mile per hour on-road Badlands Club. But I don't know how people control Badlands on-road. So I'm just gonna stick to off-road with this truck. Damage was pretty minimal. It's already back together now. We broke one drive shaft. We already got it replaced. There was a bent hinge pin, and we got it all put back together. I just want to tell you guys, I've been checking data. I've taken a few runs. We got a bunch of off-road speedrun videos coming up here soon. We've hit some very, very good speeds. Very exciting stuff coming up. I just gotta say, the Ripple Killer Cap Pack that we added to the Xlx2 is doing great. I've been checking data, and it's literally cut the ripple in half. I barely break 1 volt of ripple sometimes, max. So it's helping out a lot. If you're a new watcher, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you fiddle that bell, guys, because you do not want to miss these epic off-road speedruns that are coming up here very soon. Thanks for watching.